Welcome back to the Algomoth stream. This is part 4. 5? Maybe 5. Are we up to 5 now? Oh man. Part 5. Very exciting. Hello. How's your smoothie? I can check. Nope, this is part 5. So, the 6th stream, but part 5. Alright, let's get started. So, off stream, I sort of had a revelation where we put all of the, create food and meal stuff in a dialogue. But that's pretty stupid. It should probably be on its own, like, full screen. That way, you could view everything nice and big, and we can do fancy graphics a little bit better because there's actually some more space. So for right now, we're going to go ahead and rip all this apart. And pretty much make a bunch of other screens. So there's going to be the history screen. So we'll call that meal history. And then we'll do meal creation. So, meal history screen. Volume's all good still? It's the same levels as last time. I left it. I didn't change anything, so. Meal creation screen. Cool. Now we have the pleasure of dismantling this entire thing. Luckily, that's still not like a hard thing. So we'll pretty much just be ripping everything out and putting it into this new place. With a couple small exceptions. This should do fine. The creation info will actually exist here. Okay. Import this. Okay, the screen is now okay. We can delete this. And I think we can pretty much just delete this whole dialogue almost. With the exception of this little part. This will want that right on the bottom. We'll wrap this in a form, give it a form key. Oops. That's incorrect. We actually want this one level up. There we go. We'll also want to bring in a meal slot. And the form key. Wrap this in a form, give it a key. Okay, import meals. And we can delete this whole dialog. And, oops. Now we'll go over to the meal history screen, which can just stay as a placeholder for the moment. And we'll add some more routes. Meal creation screen. And meal history screen. And we're gonna want to for the moment just slide in a meal slot right here just to get it so that it stops yelling. Song's a bit loud. At least for me it was. Okay. Meal history. And we shove in the meal slot. Right, is that how we're doing it, or was it the scheduled meal slot? I think it's just the meal slot, right? Yeah. Okay. And we should now be able to grab things like the arguments from the context here. I don't remember how to do that, but get arguments from the previous screen. There we go. Shove that in, and we'll do the exact same thing right here. Nice. Easy. Meal slot, meal slot. Okay, now we'll do a full hot reload. And I believe we now have the argument. Yes, we do. Okay. So let's start actually building the screen. So we'll take a scaffold, safe area. I think go safe area first. Scaffold, then safe area. My bad. Scaffold. Body. Safe area. And then how about just a column for now? So it always pretty much starts with the column. And our home screen. We gave that a background, so we'll do that again. Okay. And also, we'll make the whole thing scrollable. So we'll do like a single child scroll view. And we'll give it an app bar. Okay. And it should just pop nicely. That'll do for now. We'll make it just a little bit bigger. And we'll even bold it. Okay. And let me check my notes. All right. Let's actually change this to add to our meal slot name. So add to breakfast. And up top, we'll have a row where we'll have a expanded throttle drop-down text field. Okay, and then we'll do like another add button. Make that way bigger. We'll go even bigger. I want that to really stand out. Okay. And this will be how we'll get to our new page. Nice. And I think we didn't. No, we bound. Okay, we did that. Never mind. Okay, we'll add a prefix, which will just be a little icon. We'll make it a search icon. And so you can probably tell Then up top, we're going to have a little search bar, and next to that an add button, and then we're going to have an entire like history section of everything that you did previously. We'll give this some padding, but first let's change this to an underscroll view. Underscore widget, sorry. This is the header, and then we'll have the child be a placeholder for now. Why is this? Not sure why it's stretching up like that. It's kind of strange. Does this automatically become a scroll view in itself? It shouldn't. Is it this? The drag start behavior? What if I just get rid of that? Drag on drag start behavior? I thought oh, this drawer drag. Never mind. Alright, well, something we can always come back to. Although, let's make our height, like, really massive. Yeah, okay. Now that's working a little bit more how I expected. I don't know why the app bar is changing color, though. I think we solved that earlier, didn't we? But I'm forgetting how we did. I swear we encountered that on a previous screen. You know, it might have been on the, what do you call it? On those expansion panels we did in the third part that we then got rid of. So I might not have that code anymore. Let's see if we can figure out a way to get the, is it shadow color? No. Oh, I might actually have to reload first. Sometimes that is the case. Nope, not that. Surface tint? Yeah, okay, so it's that. That's annoying to me. So we'll just make that the background color. And this should also be the background color. And I think we overrode it somewhere. Yep. We'll make the foreground color as well, the base text. And now we don't have to worry about setting that manually. We can just leave it be. Perfect. Okay, let's add in that padding I talked about a while ago. Whoops. Padding. That's the vertical padding. This is the horizontal padding. And okay, let's add a little bit more horizontal padding. Nice. And we probably don't need that much space on the top, so maybe we'll just do just the bottom. Then we'll do a left and a right. Now we gotta decrease that by half because it's doubling itself, I think. Nope, it was right before. There we go. There's a weird amount of space up there, but I think it's fine. I prefer it didn't take up so much height, but whatever. I don't see a place to change it just right off the bat, and we're more focused on the next screen. So let's go over and wrap all of this in a safe area, and then we'll wrap this in a scaffold, which gets a body, and we'll do this, grab the app bar, and it will instead be create food or create meal, and we'll title case it because I like things to be titled. Okay. You know what, while we're in such a, well, hold on, let's check. Why is this all white? I guess we'll need the background color. Is that not automatically set for us? Yeah, let's make it so that that's set everywhere. Scaffold background color. Now we can only override it when it's necessary. Back to our home screen to fix that up there. Do a hot reload. Nice. All right. Let's actually make, I noticed that the search icon was a bit small. Let's make that bigger. And let's get some padding going on here. About some horizontal padding. A little bit more. That's nice. Okay. And we will actually bring this up into the actions menu. Get it nice and compact. We'll get some actions padding going on over here. And we only need this on the right-hand side. Nice. I think that looks pretty good actually now. What do you think, MB? Okay. And this has been bothering me. I have this utility class that can like convert things into title case and stuff like that. I don't like that I have to keep calling on it. So let's do something more like this. Um, I yeah, there we go. All right. We could turn this into an extension, which I've done already on something like... Oh, Lex, we will be coding in Rust. Also, welcome back. But Rust, I don't... So they actually do have a front-end framework for Rust called, I think it's Tori, that behaves a lot like Flutter. That may have been cool to try out. But I've never personally used it. I'm pretty sure it is basically supposed to be like Flutter, where everything is, what do you call it? Like widget based. But I've never used it before. But we will be using Rust for the backend. Our whole server will be written in Rust, don't you worry. Maybe it's not Towery. There's another thing. Or Tori. Rust front end? Not front end. Was it you? No. Also, you're the one making an entire game engine in C++, so... Well, another time. I wanted to make that extension class, which I've made similarly before. Extension, nice. I thought we talked about this already, and you told me that it always comes back every, you know, it's declared dead every other year, and yeah, I know you were being sarcastic, but I like that you made that into a tag, though. In your project, that's cool. In my, you know, not to emasculate you here, but in my main Flutter project that I've been working on for a while now, it's 400,000 lines of Dart code. And then there's about 80,000 lines of Rust server code. And yeah. So take that. It's actually not that bad. I would show it to you, but it is my that code belongs to my job, so um, I don't want to get in trouble by leaking our source code here. Um, but I get around that by doing a lot of macro stuff. Um, Personally, I don't find it to be that much longer than C++. I don't really write in C++ ever, but I learned the syntax. I wouldn't say I'm that comfortable with it. I don't really know like the ecosystem that well, like what plugins to use, things like that. And by plugins, I mean like grabbing a DLL and shoving it in somewhere. I mostly just use the standard library for just learning purposes. It's been a while since I touched it though, so I could just be completely wrong. I meant to tune into your stream the other day. Unfortunately, I got stuck at work. I was on meetings, so I didn't get to. Last time I did tune in though, you did kill me. You gave me like 3 different ad breaks that were all like a minute and a half long, like every 20 minutes. So I had to go. So I gave you a little bit of your revenue, but I couldn't take it anymore. Too many ads. I don't blame you. Gotta make the money. What was I up to? Yeah, you didn't look. It didn't seem like you were doing it on purpose or anything like that. No. Well, right now we got 3 viewers, which always kind of confuses me because I don't know who the third one ever is. I don't think I count. And MB, my mod, whenever she joins, it like jumps up by 2, as if she counts twice, which doesn't make any sense. What do you mean you might stay on YouTube even more? Like, just not even bother streaming to Twitch? That's pretty good. The wish list numbers? Yeah, yeah. What did I do? I looked up your game on Steam. I'll wishlist it, but I think you said that there was like a, well, you didn't say it, but Steam talked about that there was not really a demo I could play, but I could sign up for alpha builds or something like that. Is that true? Yeah, the playtest build. That's what I'm talking about. Cool. Oh, nice. You'll get there. I believe in you. These really don't. Well, this. For something like this can just be a get. This. Same with this. Oh, was I editing on... You guys couldn't even see my other screen. I've been editing on that this whole time. Oh, man. How long was I doing that for? Probably looked like I wasn't doing anything. Got 3 monitors and I can only use one. You too tired to stream today? You're just working offline? Oh, so is 20,000 plus like a hard requirement, or are you just fucking around? I don't actually know what it takes like to greenlight a game on Steam. Because there are a lot of games that come out that I can't imagine have anywhere near that amount of wishlets. Oh, okay. Steam features? You mean like in terms of being on the front page and stuff like that, or showing up in this like special section, like sales? Yeah, yeah, okay. Gotcha, gotcha. Okay. All right, I suppose we'll start fleshing out this meal creation screen over here. Um, so right now we already have this part. If I... Is this part still working? Or if I add like 10,000 calories? No. Oh, yes it did. Did that update immediately? I wasn't looking properly. Um, breakfast. A billion calories. Yeah, okay, so that's not updating immediately. Although it should be. Is it When is this being called? Should be waiting for everything to come back. But I didn't. What is this tracker stuff? One thing I don't like about Flutter is all of these like performance logs just really get in the way of everything I'm trying to do. I don't even know what half of this stuff is. No, there's no bugs. It's just alerting me on like frame drops and stuff like that while it's in debug mode, which I don't care about because it's in debug mode. It's gonna have frame drops until it's actually like compiled and released. So it just takes up all this space on my screen. There we go. That's cleaner. So let's reload again. Okay, so yeah, that is just not actually waiting. So what would be the best way to wait for value when the pushed route is popped off the navigator? So is it when... Oh, okay. I see. So because I'm popping off the history route, it counts as this being completed, even though it's replacing it with another one on the stack. So that's stupid. All right, we can fix that though. Just makes managing it a little bit more annoying. So we'll do a push named. So we'll just have to be careful about when we actually call these routes. So we can do a, where is pop? Here it is. Pop until yeah, route settings dot name equals home. What other values are in here? I feel like settings is oh, I guess that is what it is. All right. Now I think this will work. Let's try it again. Yeah, okay, now it's working. Weird little quirk of the framework. Anyway, back to this. We're gonna need a space for naming. I completely lost our wonky wobbling knocking noise. Is it still happening? Maybe my microphone stand is too quite close to the desk. This desk is really unstable. Um, I'm not moving. Can you still hear it? It says you say every few seconds. Is it really every few seconds, or is it fades in and out? This isn't web dev work, it's mobile dev work. Yeah, okay. So I think it's my microphone slamming into my desk when it wobbles. I don't know how to prevent that. The desk is just wobbly. It's just a bad desk. It's like the cheapest, longest desk I could find on Amazon. You built it, Emby. I guess so. I didn't want to get a new desk. This one works well enough. I didn't force you to do free labor. I sprained my back. I couldn't build the desk. I couldn't even walk, really. Dark times. Alright, validation utilities. Just tell me if it happens again while I'm typing and things like that. There's always creaking on this damn desk. Maybe if I type slowly and still, not a lot of jostling. Where was I just working? Oh, okay. Force you to do free labor. When did I ask for socialism? At least on stream, I don't remember asking for socialism. I didn't expect to be free desk work groups to ask. I guess so. You could call it I was on disability, right? Not actually, but from the perspective of Envy, I petitioned her for disability. Yep, that was it. It was mental disability. You got me. Damn, man, you show up in my stream and you all day talking. Hmm. Damn. All right. All right. I see how it is. Next time I'm on your stream, you're gonna be well, I don't really know C++, but I'm gonna pretend I do. I'm gonna rail your code. At least you engage. We'll call it. We'll call that a positive. Um, okay, so we were gonna add the other nutrition stuff, but I guess first we gotta do things like serving size. Oh, I hate dealing with serving size. Fucks up everything. Makes all the calculations much harder. I mean, honestly, I thought you were just taking it. You knew that I was in the chat. I was just taking advantage. I thought it was pretty funny. How should we capture serving size? Well, what serving sizes? Like, I wouldn't mind like sort of bringing everything back to grams eventually, but that doesn't work for fluids because nobody knows. Like, I drank 10 grams of coffee. Um, Serving sizes. You know what? If you want to beta test the app, I will make it so at least for you, if it detects that you're the user, it can add that as a serving size. How's that? Yeah, because it has things like half a cup. And I don't know how to convert like half a cup of pasta to grams for science. Um, I've done this before. I don't remember what I did. How did I handle this in the past? Because really, I've made an app like this previously. I just kind of abandoned it because work picked up. So I'm trying to remember, how did I handle it then? Don't mind me just looking through my old repos. Um, I moved the mic slightly away from the desk, so maybe that helped. I think the mic stand was just banging into the table over and over. Yeah, I have zero idea how I previously handled serving sizes. Uh, well, I guess I'll just have to come up with a new way. So I guess we'll really need a serving size and then a serving size unit, which will default, I guess, to grams. That works for me, I guess. And nutrition info. Let's have... It's on Wiki. All right. Let's look it up. It seems to be a range. But it is approximately 108 gallons. Or 130 US gallons? 491 liters. Well, I actually typed that in. Oh, there we go. Um, this is where this term comes from? An amount carried by a donkey? What the fuck is a hogshead? Swine, especially a castrated male swine, is a hog. Okay. Yeah, I mean, you got me there. If you have any sort of like potions or something in the game, well, in your game, you kind of have to now convert all the units. I expect to find these units in your game now. At like one tier of healing. Wow. Wild. So there's also a bunch of other stuff we have to track for nutrition. Um, is there like a whole thing of every single kind of thing that anyone ever tracks? Like every single vitamin, whatnot? Or then you have to come up with more sci-fi sounding names. You know what? Let's ask ChatGPT. Hey, a snowflake load. That doesn't sound very sci-fi. You can do better than that. What items do you even have in your game? Give me one. Like, what's your healing items? You have a healing item? Just bras and bikinis. Do they heal you? The bra with the front clasp regenerates your HP at, 2 HP per tick. See what it does with that terrible question. They heal you. Okay. It's not terrible. What about things like cholesterol? At a certain point, maybe that's enough. Maybe the gameplay needs a little bit more of love and care. 50 plus clothing items? Jesus. Just spend all your time making like softcore porn and Blender. Oh man. If you ever make a Patreon, remind me never to contribute to it. You'll never make this game. Oh, that's cool. Is that the real number? Not even a joke? Okay, wow. That's pretty great. Huh. Neat. That's pretty funny. I don't like how this is structured. You just have things like this just hanging out. Maybe maybe fiber and sugar and then cholesterol and then leave all the vitamins and minerals alone. Now this is the ultimate question. How would you handle serving sizes? Yeah, but when somebody adds in like it's one bowl, how do I define that it's that many grams? What's like tomato soup? Yeah, you're right, but like, what is the nutrition fact for something like this? Like when it says, this many ounces, I don't know how many grams that's gonna be in can. Oh, Lex, are you even American? You have such an accent. This app will be mixing units. I know you said that you gave me times in an American time zone. You were very unspecific about what time zone. Just an American time zone. We have like four, at least. I don't know. Is Hawaii in its own, or is that still Pacific? It's pretty far from California. Where are you from originally, then? Um. Oh, cool. Sorry, what my country is doing to your country. Can I call you a suka? Is that? Am I remembering my slurs correctly? It's Russian. My bad. I mean, this is similar. Can I get away with it? I'm just assuming that it's a density of like 1 gram per milliliter. That's so stupid. Prefer container weight. Like you can't. People will read the English is your best. Oh, so you've probably been here for a while then. Hmm. It's interesting. I don't know how I would feel if I forgot my native language. I only know English, as an American does, but I don't know. That'd be interesting. Might be cool. Might not be. Yeah, I don't want to just assume that 1 gram is 1 milliliter. That's fucking awful. No, I know that milliliter is a unit of volume. But the density is 1 gram per milliliter. That's what ChatGPT is telling me to assume. But that's really awful. No. Oh, this is nice though. Not particularly helpful. Um, Campbell's tomato soup nutrition facts. I guess I can just do it relative, right? I guess I don't really need to know how many grams of soup it is if it's just relative to everything else. If I just say, oh, well, you had double the serving size, so it's double everything else by a factor, you know? I guess I'm overcomplicating this. Yeah. Because they'll have to enter all this stuff in themselves. Oh, I totally forgot we're gonna have to care about like saturated fat, trans fat. Fuck. All right. There actually is no name yet, so I'll definitely table that as possible app idea. Hey, you know what? We'll do it. We'll do a thing. Um, app name ideas. Um, Fatty no more. Uh, Generously provided by Olex, the dev, at Twitch, at YouTube, at Twitch. He makes 69 cents when he streams, so we should trust him. There we go. Forever markdown. Literally. It's in a markdown. Um, Sure. When we get to the exercise portion, we'll watch. We'll add an exercise. Watching Twitch ads, and we'll see how that goes. It'll just be me, right? So I'll make sure to update you on progress. Um, how about this? We'll do a serving label, and then we'll do servings, and that way they can have literally whatever it's gonna be, and it doesn't matter. And so this will be nutrition per serving. Well, we'll just have that implied. Per serving. So say it's just one serving by default. Nutrition. We'll do total nutrition. And then we'll do another one. Nutrition per serving. And I meant nutrition total. That way autocomplete, I just have to type in nutrition. And we'll do a get where it's nutrition per serving times calories. And this stuff will always be, we'll pretend is 0. Okay. What time is it? How long have you been streaming? Oh, okay. A little over an hour. And I think the meals should just be able to stay. He hasn't, has he made a game since The Witness? I feel like that was forever ago. I forgot about him. He made Braid, right? That's that guy? Nothing, yeah. Did you like it? I never played it. The idea of drawing lines over and over and over didn't appeal to me. Oh, well, that'll do it. I like puzzles. It's just where the only kind of puzzle is drawing lines. It's a little bit more than just a typical puzzle game. It's just one puzzle done over and over and over. Wow, really? Look, I know when it came out, everyone talked about it. Well then, yeah, I guess might as well just retire, right? Why the hell not? Why don't we just pretend that by default every serving is just one cup? Nah, that's stupid. I think we could use a little bit more content padding over here. Um, Honestly, you could have left it as takes. That would have been fine. Why is this negative? I feel like that's a mistake. I think that's a typo. Surprised I never noticed that. All right. So serving size, and then we'll do servings. And this will just be a number. And we should do a chain validation. Do you like that game? It's not very it's not Diablo at all. Yeah, that's fair. Not that like I played it, but I watched some people review it, right? The puzzles where the lines were a part of the actual landscape, those were cool to me, where they weren't on the board. But there were only like five of those. Um, the hidden line puzzles. I felt that was the cool part of the game to me. Um, but I don't feel like they did enough with that. But like I said, I never played it, so let's make a little label that these are the nutrition facts. And we'll give these a height of 1. And fill it in with our primary divider color. Ooh, not this. Okay, I think that looks kind of cool. There we go. Okay, so I still need to figure out how to do all the other little bits of nutrition. That part's gonna suck. So, really, Part of that dollar is from me. Part of that's from me. You're welcome. I don't even know what Twitch Turbo is. What is Twitch Turbo? Ad-free viewing. Extended emoticon set. Okay. So you get more emoticons and a battery icon. Very cool. Oh, well, I'm not even an affiliate, so I don't get any money. Have they been playing ads for you? Maybe someday. Okay, I guess we'll start with the vitamins. Yeah. Are these all the vitamins? What about amino acids? Yeah, but like, I mean, like any vitamin that would ever show up on a nutrition label. It's right here. I can't make the font size specifically any bigger, but there. There you go. There are also different types of vitamin D. There's like vitamin D3, I think, right? Vitamin vitamin D. D2, D3, yeah. All right. So we're not going to be able to actually we're not going to be able to do this. We're going to have to just make it more dynamic, and they can create any sort of line item, I suppose. And we'll just start off with these right here. Because this can be anything. So let's change this and make this more dynamic, because right now this is pretty ugly. And we'll do almost entries. Then map entry. Entry.key. Oops. Entry.key. Entry.value. And that'll have to be what it is. I'm ignoring you, Alex. um, Next, you'll make a joke about how you don't get enough vitamin V or something like that. I mean, that's the next logical upgrade of that joke, no? We should go back over to here and make sure that this comes back as 0. What did I do for calories? Really? I know cholesterol is important for your skin. It's why plant munchers burn so easily. Okay. I know that it's a very common thing for people who, when they start going, I suppose in this case, really, you're talking about vegans, right? Because vegetarians can still get cholesterol. When people go vegan, they often get depressed very quickly due to the what you're talking about of nutrition problems. I think I'm actually already handling this. Yeah, okay. Okay. Now everything's taken care of like that. So, should we just have a giant, like, list of, like, add more and then a drop down where you could pick, like, sodium and shit like that? Maybe I should check an existing nutrition app and see what they do. Online up nutrition app. I don't use any, so. Um, does anyone have one that that I don't have to sign up for? Probably not. Well, salt is actually a problem. There is a lot of sodium in almost everything that you eat, and it can make you hypertensive, so I don't blame people for being afraid of that. Yeah. Meaning they told you that you were like hypertensive, or because then you should be afraid of salt. Oh. What do you mean they were wrong? You're questioning our doctors? How could you? All right. Well, I'm not going to find anything here, obviously. Oh, maybe you just have a genetic thing. Like, there are people who have elevated. It was carbs. I thought you said that you only eat meat, or did you start only eating meat because once you cut out the carbs? Oh, okay, there you go. There it is. I'm gonna need to download another fitness app and start pilfering ideas. How did I do it on my old app? Um, I didn't do anything. I didn't let you input it. That's wrong. Okay. I had pizza yesterday. I'm sure you're jealous. I am getting really hungry though. I haven't eaten today, per usual. I only ever eat dinner. So I suppose this could just really be blank. Up to you, MB. I don't know, whatever you want. It's not even 7 o'clock yet. Yeah, I guess we'll just add like a couple other like common ones and then leave it like that. Um, let's do it this way. If there is an icon, which there might not be. There, now we can just start throwing things in. You hate pizza now? You're a fool. This is just because it makes you angry because you can't have any. I bet that's what it is. I bet you're just jealous and hateful. It's gotta be it. You only liked pizza because of beef. That's a very Eastern European response. I don't even know how to approach that one. I'm half Italian, so I just take great offense to whatever you just said. I don't like it. I don't like what you just said to me. Not good. I may time you out. Alright, let's add that additional stuff. I make myself a lot of steak. That's about it. Okay, so let's pull this stuff out. Then we could do something pretty fancy. And I lost all my selectors. That happens way too often. Okay. Then let's add list of strings, and we'll do default nutrition types. And it grabbed all of it for me. Okay. Make that const. And then we'll do added nutrition types. And then we could do something really cool where we'll just loop through it all. Default nutrition types map. Then I think that should do it. Okay, screen looks the same, which is good. Oh, we don't need the to list. Right. Yep, looks the same. And then we'll do the same thing for added. And at the bottom, we should name these. We'll add like a add nutrition thing that looks just like this. Add nutrition type. I find I'm honestly less productive while I'm streaming, but I think that's just because I'm new. Up to you. I appreciate you hanging out, but I don't want to get in the way of your own livelihood here. How do you? I mean, I'm sure in a billion ways how you cook your meat, but do you what do you call it? Do you mostly eat like steak or something? My mistake. You're right. You're right. You're right. I usually just grab a like a ribeye, stop and shop, and just cook that. Are you doing a lot of exercise? You said that you did let you do some running. Could that explain it? Fair enough. I forgot. My mistake. Yeah, I work from home and I'm a software engineer, so I just sit at my desk all day. I've been trying to do some more running with my girlfriend, just so I don't like die. But it's just so I don't die. Don't actually like running. You should do what we do, or at least what my girlfriend, what MB suggests, subjects herself to, so I don't die, which is like right now we're doing 2 minutes of walking, then 1 minute of running, then 2 minutes of walking, then 1 minute of running, and we're going to be increasing that next week to 2 minutes of walking and then 1 minute and 15 seconds of running and stuff like that. I'm sure that's kind of what you're doing when you say maxed out sprints, but since you say it's only 5 to 10 seconds, but I find given I don't like running, it's a good way to get me more okay with it. Where is all of this spacing coming from here? X3 bar. I've never heard of it. Um, this guy looks. Is the implication that this guy is supposed to be bench pressing 500 pounds here? Like, kind of bench pressing, quote unquote? This looks terrible for your elbows. There is no way that all he did was use the X3. I'm sorry. He's the creator. uh, I can see it as a really good supplement. I'm not saying that there's no value in it. I'm just saying, like, to only use this, I don't know if you could end up looking like that. I mean, I guess. I do have a home gym, but I don't use it that much anymore. I've been meaning to go back to it, but I'm lazy, I suppose. Although it would certainly be more economical if all I could do is just pick up a band off the floor instead of buying $1,200 worth of gym equipment. Yeah, I mean, if it's between like nothing or the band, obviously do the band. I don't mean to shit on it. It's just like I don't know. I'm just surprised that that guy could really look that good. $500 for that? Wow. Well, does it come with a lot of different bands? I guess because I only saw that one band that one guy did that was doing like 500 pounds with the band. Ah, okay, yeah, all right then, a little bit better. Um, it's the material tap target size. There we go. Well, I'm glad that you like it at least. The biggest hurdle, in my opinion, of working out is just finding a way to make it entertaining. That's why I can't stand to sit in my gym because it's just an hour and 15 minutes of just thinking about nothing. I wish I could almost work while I work out. Um, it's that boring to me. Drives me crazy. You struggle to gain muscle. Usually people struggle to gain muscle because they're not actually eating enough. But I don't know. I don't know your diet other than it consists of a lot of meat. I'm the opposite. I hold on to weight pretty well, but I can gain muscle rather quickly. So I'm kind of the opposite. Oh, okay. Thank you, dear. I seem to be unable to. Like I said, I only eat one meal a day, and still, I've got a bit on me. Could lose some. Not the thinnest. I'm not like obese or anything, but I'm definitely overweight. Could be much better. Why didn't that show up? It's probably because I never called set state. Set state. Yep, there they all are. Okay. Seems that it would be best to just replace this with a container. Yeah, that looks alright. And then we'll do an inkwell. Of course, it always needs a material behind it. Don't know why. On tap. Um, so ChatGPT actually just suggested like bringing up a dialogue to pick the thing. That might be smart. Instead of just leaving it blank and then. Yeah, we'll do it that way. Nutrition type. And then we'll do a set state. Add nutrition types. Nutrition type. If nutrition type equals null, then we just won't do anything. Right now it'll always be null. And we can change that back into that. Get rid of that whole widget that we just made. There we go, much cleaner. Okay. The underline text decoration should be a nicer color than that. It's quite awful, actually. Decoration color. There we go. You think that needs the underline? I'm not so sure. Now that I see it. Nah, I think people will know that you can tap on that. And we gotta clip it. There we go. And nutrition type dialog, where we'll give our nutrition type selectors. We'll also need a better word than type, nutrition type, because I don't think that makes sense to anyone. I think they would look at it and go, "What the hell is a nutrition type?" This will actually return a string. Well, a nullable string. There we go. Why won't this pop up? Oh, it's private. Whoops. Meant the other one to be private. There we go. Nice. Okay, we can use our intuitive dialog. This close button looks a bit small to me. Maybe we should make it bigger. Yeah. What would you... I need a better word than nutrition type. It's gonna bug me. Nutrient? Yeah, that would have made sense. Nutrient would have made sense. Okay. Add nutrient dialog. Alrighty. Man, how did I... Nutrient. Man. I'm an idiot. That's alright. Add nutrient. There we go. Default nutrients. Added nutrients. Nutrients. That was stupid. Much better. You know, please do. Maybe maybe what do they say? There's no such thing as a bad PR. No, but don't. Or do. What is that like a what is streamer fail? Sounds like a subreddit. Live stream fail. Yeah. Live stream fail. It would also be a terrible clip. Just 5 minutes of me messing around, typing nutrient type over and over, and then finally going, oh, okay. Fucking hate Reddit. We'll do 1.1. So, what nutrients should we add? That's right. This isn't iterable. Oh, it's not async. There you go. Okay, we'll go back to embedded search because I don't like how this looks. First off, this should be shrink wrapped. And there is a... this needs to be a background color. Can I grab... add color scheme here? Color scheme. Color scheme dot background. How about that? There we go. Okay, now I just need a giant list of nutrients. Nice. My girlfriend's making tacos. Well, burritos. Or at least all of the fixins. And then I actually got to assemble my own burrito, but... Yeah, while it's cooking. Get some bicep curls out. What color band? Green, blue, magenta, fuchsia. Mac and cheese colored. the real color according to Crayola. So we're gonna make a list of nutrients. White, small gray, bigger gray than black. But that one guy in the commercial had like an amber looking one. Yeah, what's this supposed to be? Is he cheating? Oh, but you get to choose your X3. And how do you get the super band? That's the one I want. Ah, here we go. The elite band. They're out of stock though. Too many people using the elite band. I gotta say, this band looks really uncomfortable. There's also now all that force pulling against your back. I get it for the bicep curls. Assuming you're using yeah, yeah, I get it. With the thing where it hooks into the floor, that makes sense to me. Like you stand on it, that I get. But behind the back, that seems uncomfortable. I'd just rather do a traditional bench press. But the whole point of this product is for people who don't have a bench press set, I imagine. So, do you? No, you're 100% right. Um, Great calf exercises, I'm sure. Look, I will give it the credit that it is a very compact little kit. That part's cool. Um, let's see if we can find a giant list of nutrients. List of nutrients. Yeah, that I believe. I mean, it's just a compacted sugar. The carbohydrate nutrient list. Oh, okay. Well, what? Is this just everything that has like carbs in it? Okay. Um, well, this page was kind of useless. Is there a online list of every nutrient I can pull down and use in my app? Yeah, think about it. Wow, it's really thinking about this. It keeps like saying yes over and over, but then um okay. No, not the full product dumps. That's not what I want. This is not a list of all nutrients. This is a list of every food that they have. I don't want every food's nutrients. I just want a list of nutrients. Like sodium, vitamin A, vitamin B, etc. So I can make a drop down. I assume you meant BRB, in which case no problem. Probably gotta flip your ground beef. Uh, okay. Let's try that. It's too large. Okay, let's open it with code. Open it anyway. Do your best. Oh, jeez. It's just a bunch of IDs. This is garbage. File pilot? Next Gen File Explorer. It looks pretty snazzy. Oh, it even has tabs. Oh, well, you see, if you had made it in Rust, then you might have got me. No, but it looks really cool. Oh, that's cool. Um, I'll have to check this out. I quite like it. Pre-order? Wait, it's not free? Boo. No way. I ain't paying for that. File Explorer? Apparently the beta is free, but then the actual full version 1 release is paid, which apparently will be in mid 2025. Like they don't even say like there's even like a free tier. It's just $40. It's perpetual, so it's just $40, but still kind of lame. I mean, it's better than having ads in my file explorer, I guess, but it's a little disappointing. Anyway, ChatGPT told me that there was like a CSV in here, and it fucking lied. So, oh, there it is. Yeah. What is this? I thought you already had them on Macs. Telling me I was watching all those ads and I could have had more? Please. Why would I want to watch your stream when I could watch all these ads? Okay, so polyunsaturated fat is apparently what that stands for. Fatty acid. Okay. These are like 22 minutes an hour. That's a lot of fucking ads. Solids? Just general solids? Ash? What a list. Here, get me a list of nutrients I should include in my health app. I'm starting to smell dinner, so maybe we oh, come on, how about in a dart list? Lowercase. Should they be lowercase? Uh. What's the difference between total? I think I got distracted. I was saying I can smell dinner, so I think we'll probably be ending stream pretty soon. Sorry, that's what I was trying to say. Um, about 15 minutes. Oh, okay, cool. Thanks, dear. Finally. um, you're quite welcome. You get me for about 15 more minutes though. Don't get too excited. What? Spider-Man got 3 minutes? I don't even know what that's in reference to. And I know a lot about Spider-Man, and I don't even get it. We don't need the units. Oh, I got you for 3 minutes. Yeah, okay. It's the Bone Saw. Is that his name? The Bone Saw? The Bone Saw. Yeah. The Bone Saw McGraw. Randy Savage. Yeah, okay. When you word it like that, then I got it. Oh, because I didn't get it by just randomly Spider-Man got 3 minutes. My bad. My bad. My bad. What a shock. Oh, you offend me. Me, a jock, say it ain't so. Alright, this should be good enough for now. Unfortunately, I may have to go back and make all these uppercase. So they all line up. Man. How disappointing. Alright, well. We can do, find and replace next stream. Let's move on to here. Yeah. So do I still have my search utilities? Awesome. So the query and then nutrition info, additional nutrient names, and you'll get a result. Results. This could be on one line. I don't know why I did that. And we'll limit it to 10. Yeah, that works for me. Nutrient. 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 And now when we search for nutrients, like sodium, sodium is already in the list. Vitamin. K. Vitamin K doesn't show up. That's because the index is wrong. I remember that. I fixed that in another vitamin Karen. You could come up with something better than that. Vitamin Karen. Why is that vitamin? Yeah, it's still not. Oh, do I have to pull it in? There we go. Vitamin Karen, that's so weak. Vitamin K. Nice. And then K shows up. Why isn't this shrink wrapped? I thought I made it so that it was shrink wrapped. Did I miss something? Well, Karens are, it's a good name for a divorcee, so. Yep. Why isn't this shrink wrapped? Come on. I'm missing something. What am I missing? Ah, that was it. It's not the max height should be a constraint. Cool, then you select vitamin K. And once it is selected, on tap, nutrient, we'll set this to string, selected nutrient, set state. Okay. And then we'll add that same little add button. Navigator.pop with a result of selected nutrient. And we will disable this if selected nutrient equals null. Okay. So vitamin K, now you can do that. We'll add some spacing. Nice. Vitamin K. And there's vitamin K. Awesome. Okay. And that's pretty good for today. I guess while I'm waiting, I could make all these uppercase. Fat, protein, carbs, calories. Fat, protein, carbs, calories. Fat, protein, carbs. Pretty good mantra. Sodium, cholesterol. Throw those in, throw those in. Food. Throw those in, throw those in, throw those in. I think we gotta fix that on the home screen. Yeah, calories, calories. Carbs, protein, fat. Fat, protein, carbs. Okay, and then if I reload, all that shows up. Why are these empty? Should be empty. That's so weird. Why is this not showing up? These get created. These should be the foods. What am I missing? Okay. Yeah, it's like none of these have foods for some reason. Why wouldn't they have food? It's like it's being overridden. It's really weird. Yeah, it lost them. Where would that have been set to 0? Why would that have happened? Oh, this dot foods. There we go. Alright, so that has been broken for quite a while, actually. Alright, well, I think that does it for today. My dinner is ready. So let's wrap up. Do our git commits. Um, food creation screen. Same thing over here. I don't even know what the hell I did to this thing. And I guess that'll be it. Thank you all for watching. This almost went 3 hours, longest stream so far. And I'll see you next time. Probably, when do I stream? Wednesday? Wednesday. Yeah, I think I do Wednesday, Friday, Sunday now. All right, see you Wednesday. Bye bye.